Yes, there's a chance for rematch. Now, we move on to creating the future, and the FKF Under-13 League took place yesterday. The finals took place yesterday in Nakuru, and the matches that were played, or rather the matches that were played this morning, we had Nyanza region get a 2-1 win over the Coast region, and we had Nairobi get a 1-0 win of the Western region. The finals now will be between the Nyanza region and the Nairobi region to see who emerges as the winner of the Under-13 FKF League. But before we take a look at what is happening today in Nakuru and speak to people on the ground in Nakuru, we'd like to take a look at the action from yesterday and what the youngsters who took part in that match had to say.
Nimecheza hii game, nimecheza huu mpira kutoka tuanzie teams hadi tumefika saa hii. Na kama utaselektiwa kutoka hapa, utaenda Southampton. Na ukienda Southampton, unajua vile life itakuwa mzuri. Kina Cristiano Ronaldo anaishi life mzuri. Pia utawezauzwa kutoka Southampton upate uko klabu kubwa. Utakuwa ukikula mboga, utakuwa ukikula vizuri.
We are trying our level best to ensure we nurture the talent so that in future the Wanyamas you see around can give us a team.
After the team is selected, they're going to be prepared to go play in Southampton in August. As we start preparing them now for international competitions so that they progress into the age group structure, under 15, under 17, Sublink, Continental, basically as we build them into real.
Well, you have to, like what the youngsters, they are saying that they will not be eating greens anymore if they go to Southampton. But the dreams are valid, and that's where we have to nurture the young talent. Now we move to Nakuru, where the finals are currently taking place of the FKF Under-13 League. And we are joined by the FKF president, that is Nick Mwendwa. If you can hear me, good afternoon, Nick Mwendwa.
Good afternoon, I can hear you very well. Nairobi have just won the first Under-13 championship ever since 1974, I'm told. So behind me are just penalties and they're celebrating. I don't know if you can have a shot with that, Robinson. I don't know if you can see that Nairobi is just won now. And so this is coming to an end. We're closing it up. It was a penalty between Nairobi and Nyanza. Fantastic finale here in Nakuru.
Well, Nick Mwendwa, since you've said 1974, why has it taken us so long to have an Under-13 leg almost 2-3 decades down the line?
Not just Under-13 league, it's a seriousness with our youth structures. It's a seriousness with the grassroots football. It's an investment that was supposed to go where it was supposed to go. This is what was lacking. It is a reason why some of us came forward to offer ourselves to run and be in football. And we talked about grassroots, and I think I came to KTN many times talking about grassroots. I think you interviewed me many times. And this is what we talk about when we say football at the grassroots. 6,500 kids across the country took part, were registered. We know their names, their teams, where they come from, their birth dates. And through playing across the country last year in the leagues, Under-13 leagues and the sub-branches, they have played, and we've selected the best kids, and the best kids have ended up here in Nakuru yesterday and today. We have selected the best 20 to 34 kids from here, who will then proceed to Southampton in August of this year, and who will represent Kenya at the Under-13 level. This has not been done for a long period of time. We shall now do it for Under-13, Under-15, Under-17, with a view therefore in 2022 and 2026 to have these kids represent Kenya out there in the World Cup.
You've talked about 6,500, youngsters taking part, in the competition. But you've been there through the competition. What can you, comment on the level of talent that we have in the country when you talk about football?
What I have seen today in this final is top. I mean, we have top kids playing fantastic football. We need to do much more because you can see there's disparity among the regions. Nairobi, Nyanza, top. And you can see a difference between Western, maybe Coast, that were in the third place. So you can see a difference because we have not had a good organization. It's not just the talent, it's also having the teachers. Remember, last year we have trained 2,000 basic coaches across the country. These coaches are the ones who are supposed to bring out these kids. We don't have those structures. Now we're going to partner with the schools where these kids will go back to. We'll put the best of these kids in schools and have the best coaches. Now with the coaching and the facilities that we are putting to this and the competitions for under 13, under 15, under 17, when you put those pieces together, then over a period of 10 years, you're going to see this coming through. And I'm sure, Robinson, you will see Kamau, who was number 9 today, 10 years from today, going to be in the World Cup in Qatar, God willing. And this is what we want to see.
Well, before I let you go, after the tournament is over, they go to Southampton, as you said, they'll take part in the tournament that will be there. Then what next after that?
After this, we're picking the best kids and putting them in regional centers. The regional centers will be schools. We already have schools that are applied to take 6 kids from the Nyanza team, to take 5 kids from the Coast team, put them together in a school where we can put a coach. Now there will be coach, and next year we'll come back for under 15. So next year we'll have under 13 and under 15. They will keep growing, and 4 years from today, we'll have the same kids playing in under 17. After that, we'll have clubs coming in and picking these kids when they turn 18. And after that, we'll be putting them in the national under 17 and under 20 teams. And we'll continue picking the best. This way, then we'll have a proper under 20 from these tournaments and from around the school competitions, because we have an arrangement now with the Ministry of Education, so we can have the best kids coming through. It's a way in which to sieve the best, to shake it and have the best coming forward. And I think you're going to see very interesting things coming up from this youth.
Well, Nick, before I let you go, the final question. Have you talked probably to the clubs that we have in the country to see, them having almost similar structures?
You see, these clubs now are required through club licensing, if you remember, Robinson, to have their academy teams. Now, these kids will belong to those clubs at academy levels. So now you will see every club also clamoring for these kids. You will start to see competition for the best. After that, then we'll place a kid in a club and we'll monitor that club through and bring them up to the national teams. And so the clubs are up for this through club licensing.
Well, thanks a lot, FKF President right there, Nick Mwendwa. Thank you for joining us, Nick Mwendwa. Remember, that's a story that will be following this afternoon to see, the celebration from the Nairobi region that has just won the Under-13 FKF League that has just come to a conclusion.